Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well on this very cold and snowy night here in Kentucky. I shot that little I shot that little intro today, and I was only outside for a few minutes, but I mean I was just covered in snow. It's that big, thick, fat, wet, heavy snow. So, am I coming through loud and clear here, everybody? Let me see who's with me here tonight so far. I see we've got Jamie Blanks here in the chat tonight. Hey, Jamie, how are you doing? How's the weather in Australia? Probably not snowy. I'm going to bet it's not snowy down there. Let's see who else is with me. We've got Movie Freak 2000, Sean Sr., Bacon Pew Pew, Michael Sullivan, Megavania fan, Dr. CZ Death, hello from Snow-Free, Texas. David Vines, hey Jill, what's up? I'm sure you got some snow up in Canada, right? There's Joe Bob Tarheel, Scatterbrain, the Halloween Ghoul. Nate Bra, hello Nate Bra. You have 5 feet of snow up in Canada, Jill. Wow. Snowbanks are crazy high and the road is just packed down, ice and snow. The roads are really, really bad here too. I just got notified that there's I believe the interstate here is closed down. There's been a really bad accident on the interstate, and they've just gone ahead and closed it down. So, but yeah, the snow here, I want to say we've got at least a good 4 or 5 inches. At least that's what it looks like is sitting on top of my car right now. So we've gotten quite a bit of snow, and it is still snowing. And it's going to continue snowing throughout the night and get down really, really cold. So, snowing in Jersey, I bet. Jason Breitenbach, what's up? By the way, how you doing, Dave? Hope you're doing good. Creepy Fungi 85, how's it going? It's below 5 in Rhode Island. Wow, jeez. Horror Gang, what's up? Chucky, what's up? Ben Grimm, how's it going? Hey, channel. Christmas, it was 70 degrees here on Christmas. So, yeah. Guy Incognito, what's up, man? How are you doing? It's summer in Australia. Crematory Stench, what's up? Dream Emulator, hello. Alex Moore. You get a creepy vibe from me? Well, good. That's exactly the vibes I'm putting out there. Cold and wet snow here in West Tennessee. Not too bad. Pretty bad here. What's up, SV Candyman over on Twitch? How you doing? Cocoants, how are you? There's RMJ Movie Reviews. He says Scream was good, not spectacular or anything, but better than 3 and 4. Snow's heavy here. Yeah, I bet bet you guys are getting a lot of snow up there in Ohio. But yeah, why not? Let's talk about Scream here. Were you guys happy with Scream? My review's out. So I think y'all probably know what my thoughts on Scream were. The new Jeremy Time video in which we go to watch the movie. It's available right now to patrons, but it's got all of his thoughts in it, and his feelings toward the movie. So There's Sam. What's up, Sam? How are you doing? Down there in snow-free Texas. Is it at least kind of chilly down there? I mean, like, maybe not sweater weather, but, hoodie weather or something. I went and got the puffer vest because I thought it's a puffer vest kind of night. So, let's break out the puffer vest. Hey, Febzer, how's it going, man? -26 last night. Goodness gracious. Jeremy had no interest in seeing the Eternals. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. The only movie he's been talking about wanting to go see for the longest time was Scream. And now he's not talking about wanting to watch anything else. He's planning our February. He's wanting to do some live commentaries in February. So he's getting those planned for us at the moment. It was 32 this morning in Texas. Hey, there's Jay the Stingray. What's up? Yes, please, no spoilers. If we talk Scream, let's not talk spoilers. Yeah, there's still a lot of people out there who haven't seen it. Snow in Connecticut. 4 inches in West Virginia. Dirk Jason Hall, what's up, man? It's great Scream did such huge numbers this weekend. Reminds Hollywood which genre other than superhero movies is always bankable and will never die. Indeed. I agree. Well put, Jamie. So it's safe to say there will be more Scream sequels. Well, I actually posted a poll on my on the community section of my channel. And let's see, where are we on the poll now? We've got 223 votes. The poll says Scream 2022 is a success, pulling in over 53 million globally during its opening weekend. But should the series continue on from here? It definitely will. I mean, with numbers like that, it's going to continue. There's no doubt about that. But should it? And
yes, darling. What is it? Mother, this cloth smells of death.
Thank you, Nico, for the $10 super chats. How you doing, man? I know you can't be too cold in California, but I hope you're doing well. Hey, Piz. Hey, pals. I really dug Scream, and I'm psyched for this stream. Oh, well, thank you. But I appreciate that, Nico. Always a pleasure to have you here, man. So, yes, Scream. It will continue on, but should it continue on? 60% said yes. 40% said no. So, Still in the majority say yes, but it's actually kind of close. 60-40. I don't get the impression that Scream sort of divided people the same way Halloween Kills did. But there's definitely, yeah. So most of the feedback I've heard from the film online has been positive. Occasionally there's been a negative review. I know in the comments section of my review, it's been mostly positive. Although I think the people who didn't like it seem to really dislike it. So there's varying degrees of like for the movie. And there seems to be, if you didn't like it, you hated it. If you didn't like it or love it, you hated it. So I don't know. What's the best snow-based horror? Ooh, that's a good question. I guess I'd have to say The Shining, right? There's not a lot of snow-based movies. Well, The Lodge I thought was really good. I saw a thing. I saw an article. This was years ago about why aren't there more movies made in like during the winter in snow, and it was because audiences don't react well to snow movies that have snow in them. People don't want to see movies with a snowy setting, and they had done like market research, and they just gone back and looked at different snowy movies, and all of those movies had not done well at the box office. So I thought that was kind of interesting. People don't want to see snow in movies. If people see a trailer for a movie and there's snow, they just don't go. It's weird. The Thing, definitely. Yep, The Thing would be right up there with The Shining as well. No doubt about that. Yeah. Oh, and Let the Right One In. Daggone, I forgot about Let the Right One In. Oh, I love Let the Right One In. I agree, Apollo Balboa. I wasn't a big fan of Halloween Kills. So, I mean, for me, Scream 5 or 5 Cream was much, much better. Much, much better. Oh, Frozen. Yeah, the what's the guy's name who did that? He also did the Hatchet movies. I remember Frozen. I remember liking Frozen. Hey, Movie Freak 2000. I'm good, man. I hope you're doing well. Scream 6 is a certainty. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But should they focus on Adam Green? Yeah, that's right. That's him. Should they focus on... I think the legacy character, they just need no more legacy characters. No Sydney, no Gail. Just... all new characters, brand new characters. I watched The Lodge last year and really liked it. Yeah, I really liked it a lot. And I do have to commend people. I've not seen any spoilers for Scream Online. I've not seen any spoilers at all. And even the people in the comments section of my review, they've not spoiled anything. It's been a spoiler-free zone. So that's pretty cool. Oh, Andrew, you got your bad Michael Myers mask. All right, cool. Glad you got that, man.
Mama. Yes, darling, what is it? Mother, this cloth smells
of death. Thank you, Bacon Pew Pew, for the $2 super chat, sir. RZ Halloween films divided the fans the most. Yeah, those definitely. I mean, that's true. That's very, very true. Very, very true. Oh, I owe you guys a couple of shots since I'm out of Since the doctors left the building here, I'm going to have to go with some Stolé. I've also got a big old bottle of hard cider I'm going to get into here momentarily. Horror fans have been very cool keeping the secrets. I've been so impressed by that behavior. Yeah, me too. All right, so Nico, this one's for you, sir. Cheers. And Bacon Pew Pew. This one is for you, my friend. I didn't watch any trailers and kept away from people talking about Five Cream. I don't think the trailers... The word on the street was that the trailers were purposefully deceptive, but they were only deceptive that I mean, I didn't watch all the trailers either, but there's one trailer that the only thing that was deceptive about it was... I won't give it. I won't say anything. It's not a spoiler or anything, but I just won't say it. So Bacon Pew Pew, this one's for you, buddy. Oy. Oy. Hi, Amy. How are you doing? Yes, these will definitely warm me up. Jeff, Jeremy's thoughts on Scream will be out tomorrow. The video's available now to patrons, but it'll be out for the rest of the world tomorrow. Prized possession in my collection. It's too difficult to pick just one thing, honestly. I mean, usually when I've been asked that question in the past, I always say my Romero signed Dawn of the Dead poster, but I don't know. It's just too hard to. It's too difficult to pick one. How long do you think?
Yes, darling. What is it? Mother, this cloth smells like death.
Hey, thank you. It's just a 6 fan for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that. Dead Snow. Yeah, I like Dead Snow. I only saw it once. I don't remember that much about it, but I remember liking it. I do remember liking it. So, hey, Joe Reese, what's up, man? How are you doing? Let's see. What was I? How long do you think Scream should last? What do you mean, like more sequels or? I don't know. There were some nice little Easter eggs in Scream, I thought. I don't know. I really would have liked to have seen the Scream 3 that we were supposed to get. Have you all heard about the Scream 3 that Kevin Williamson outlined, but it got changed? It got changed a lot, really, by, of course, the Weinsteins. Are you all familiar with that? I think it would have been it would have been much better than what we got. That is for sure. Norrin Rad, what's up, man? How you doing? I like 30 Days of Night looks fantastic. I like the vampires in that movie. I don't know. It just there's more I like about it than I dislike, but yeah, I like 30 Days of Night. Okay, so the original Scream 3, Stu was supposed to be the killer in Scream 3. Stu was supposed to be the orchestrator of all of Sydney's nightmares, put it that way. So Stu was supposed to be the killer in Scream 3. It was supposed to take place in Woodsboro, and it would tie everything back to the first movie and end it. So Williamson's idea was for the trilogy, and that the third installment would be the last one, and bring back Stu as the killer in that one. And it was about the making of that new Stab movie, but they were making it in Woodsboro instead of in in LA. But Kevin Williamson didn't have the time to write the script because he was working on, 10 million other things, Dawson's Creek, and, he had other movies that he was working on. So, they gave it to Aaron Kruger, who Aaron Kruger was not even really a fan of Scream. So why they gave it to him to write, I have no idea. And they switched things around. They only had, instead of waiting to have more time to perfect the script and have more time with Neve Campbell, they rushed it because Neve Campbell was super busy at the time. So they shot her out quick in only 2 weeks or something like that. And originally, and they cut down on this was after Columbine, which is why they moved it from Woodsboro to LA, and B, why the movie there's just not much violence. All this, you see very little stabs. It's just, it's kind of a dry Scream movie. And Harvey Weinstein wanted the humor to be ramped up to further offset the violence, because this was all happening post Columbine, of course. And there were supposed to be 2 killers in Scream 3, and most of the film was shot with the 2 killer motif in place. So it was Roman, of course, was one of the killers, and I forget the character's name. Sydney finds her in the bathroom stall with the phone and with a Ghostface outfit. She was supposed to be one of the killers too. But then they cut it back to just Roman. Also, there was supposed to be a different opening where Sydney is attacked by Ghostface. She's in the opening scene. So you're thinking that maybe Sydney's going to die here, but she kills Ghostface in the opening scene. But it just turns out that Ghostface is just a crazed fan or whatever. So that could have been interesting. Cotton Weary didn't die originally, but all that was changed, and Jay and Silent Bob were thrown in, and the humor was ramped up, and the violence was brought down, and you got the Roman as the killer, and I don't think Roman's motivation is just kind of silly, and Ghostface is like, he can teleport. Roman can teleport in Scream 3. Because he wasn't originally supposed to be the only killer. But yeah, so that's the story behind Scream 3. So Scream 3 should have been the swan song of the series, would have brought back Stu as the killer, and just would have been a better movie. But the Weinsteins wanted to rush it. They were afraid of bad press after the Columbine tragedy, and Scream 3 is what we got. So I've never met any of Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard were at a Scarefest I went to a few years ago, and I don't know why. I love Matthew Lillard as an actor, and it would have been cool to get something from him for Jeremy, because Jeremy loves Scooby-Doo, of course. And I also really loved a movie that he directed called, I believe it was called Fat Kid Rules the World. Great movie. If you've not seen it, I highly, highly recommend it. So, Matthew Lillard's a talented guy, not just a good actor, but a good director too. But for some reason, I don't know. I just didn't stop to even say hello. And Lillard was being really cool. Lillard was right down in the crowd talking to people. This was, of course, pre-COVID. So I mean, just like in the center of the crowd, the center of the crowd, talking to people, and being very personable and kind and outgoing. Skeet, not so much. I remember looking around for Skeet, like, where's Skeet at? And like, I looked over in the corner and he was just kind of sitting in the corner, in the dark corner like this. So, I don't know. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. Maybe just not as outgoing as Lillard. Let's put it that way. You met Skeet Ulrich. He was awesome, Andrew. That's cool. You and Sam are thinking about hitting up Texas Frightmare. Okay. Let's see. Who's going to be at Texas Frightmare this year? I was going to go to Texas Frightmare. I don't remember, a couple of years ago, well, pre-COVID, of course. And something came up and I couldn't make it. But let's see. Who's going to be the guests? Oh, so they've got... okay, so they've got Nev Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, and Jamie Kennedy at Texas Frightmare this year. Oh, they got a big Nightmare 3 reunion. Cool. Got Lance Guest. Bill Mosley. Got a bunch of Monster Squad folks. Cool. Leo Rossi. He'd be cool to meet. Dick Warlock. He's very, very nice. Carl Weathers. Oh, I'd love to meet Carl Weathers. I'd love to walk up to Carl Weathers and give him like the Arnie, the wide, and be like, you son of a, and just, he'd probably just punch you right in the mouth, but it'd be worth it. It'd be Carl Weathers punching you in the mouth. I think the Foo Fighter movie will be decent. I saw that trailer. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It could be all right. It looked like it could be fun. It looked like it could be fun. Yeah, I bet Leo Rossi's fun to meet, for sure. That's where you guys got engaged. Was it at Texas Frightmare? Okay. Well, it's a good place to do it. It's a good place to pop the question. Are celebs obligated, in your opinion, to be nice and social at these conventions? My philosophy is, celebs are just people like you and I. So, I mean, they can have good days, bad days, be hungover, be jet lagged, find out that their significant other's cheating on them. They can have bad days like everybody. But if they were on a movie set, between action and cut, they'd be professional. At a convention, when I walk up to your table with money in hand, that's action. So, I'm not expecting a lifelong friendship, but I mean, shake hands, look me in the eyes, be personable, and, I'll be on my way with a nice memory. So that's my philosophy. I've seen Lords of Chaos, Norin. I did a review of it not long ago. Well, I guess a couple of years ago at this point. It's okay. It's not great. Oh, the trailer for the new, yes, X, the new Ty West movie. That looked good. That definitely looked good. If you ever pop the question, it needs to be in front of Tom Savini's table. That, he would charge me extra, I'm sure. He would charge me extra. Any faith in the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to go in with any huge expectations, and I'm just going to hope for the best. So, there's another good, there's an Asian zombie flick that's coming on Netflix in later this month that I thought looked good. Not the sadness. I wish the sadness would be available somewhere. I hear nothing but good things about it. So, but it's not available anywhere on VOD or physical media at the moment. So, hey, Joe Spina, what's up? I've told my Malcolm McDowell story. He wasn't me. Well, I've told it before. I think you all know my Malcolm McDowell story. Chris Sarandon was okay. He was okay. He didn't like being asked questions, put it that way. You had about a 1 or 2 question limit with him, and then beyond that, you were done. Just surprise them like I did with Robert Englund. Yeah, exactly. That would be the thing to do. Just, pop that question quick before they can have security escort you away. I have not pre-ordered the American Werewolf or the Howling 4Ks. The only thing I've got pre-ordered right now is the Alligator 4K and the Alligator 2 just standard Blu-ray. Hey, John, what's up, man? That's a very interesting hymn snare. That's very interesting that you say that. I would imagine you make more money at these conventions than you do with most roles. There are some actors have turned down roles to do conventions, and some actors are facing being blacklisted because they're choosing to do conventions over film roles. But I mean, you can work for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month on a movie and get paid the same as you would over the course of a weekend at a convention. So I one actress, Jill State, who was in Firefly, she basically said that. She's like, look, the choice is to work, do a film that's I'm going to shoot for, 3 weeks or a month or whatever, be away from my kids, or go to a convention for a weekend and make the same amount of money or more in 2 days, 3 days. So, I mean, it's, yeah. I met John Carpenter. Yeah. I met him. I kind of met him twice, actually. I met him. The first time I met him was at a convention, and it wasn't that he was bad. It was the convention personnel who were just really assholes, to be honest. They wanted to just get you through the line as quickly as possible. One convention person was like threatening people. We'll confiscate your, no pictures. No pictures. If you take a picture, we'll confiscate your cell phone, blah, 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 blah. They were just being very, like, if you stopped for a moment to say hello or whatever, somebody was like putting their arm on your shoulder to get you out. So, I won't name and shame that convention, but, it caught up with them, put it that way. It the bad behavior kind of caught up with them. But I met him later at a, what's the restaurant called? Shoney's. I went, there was a Shoney's, I think it was a Shoney's. It was some buffet type of restaurant. Me and a buddy of mine walked, it was right across the street from the convention center. And so we walked over there to eat. And while we were eating, at one point, he was facing the door and he goes, "Oh my God, John Carpenter just walked in." So John Carpenter walked in, got a booth by himself. And after we finished eating, I just walked up to him and I said, "Hey, I met you earlier today, but I didn't really get a chance to tell you, how much your movies have meant to me. And, I'm a huge fan. So, thank you very much for your work." And his response was, "Oh, okay. What's good here?" I was like, I think he said, "Is the breakfast good here?" or something like that. I was just like, "Oh yeah." So, yeah. I never got to meet Wes Craven. No, never got to meet him. I have met Tom Atkins. He was very nice. Atkins was nice. Yes, especially with the new Scream movie out. I mean, they'll make they'll make good money. And also on top of it, whatever their going rate was before the new Scream movie, it's gone up now that they've got a new movie out. So they weren't cheap to begin with. And now you can expect to pay probably bare minimum $20, $25 more. So Charisma Carpenter is another name who talked about making way more from a big convention. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's crack open this this hard cider. I don't remember what flavor this is. I've actually had this bottle for a while. It's got dust on it. I don't think hard cider ages like wine, so I don't know. We'll see if it's any good or not. Hopefully. Let's see. All right, let's see. Is it good? Still smells good. Still tastes good. All right, we're good. We're good. I wonder how much they make a weekend. A lot. Some of them can make a lot of money. I forget who it was. It was part of this article about conventions. I think it might have been Norman Reedus from Walking Dead. This was a few years ago, back when Walking Dead was huge. But the whoever was writing the article said that they got into what's his name's room at the hotel after the convention on Sunday night, and it's all cash money too. And I remember them saying something like, there was cash stacked to the ceiling, and I could believe it. I would love to double dip on the Alligator Blu-ray. Convention personnel are, a lot of the bad experiences that I've had at conventions have been because of just just poorly ran conventions or bad convention personnel, honestly. But yeah, they can be very, very difficult. The convention personnel. Like, they don't want you taking photographs in certain areas, and, it's dumb stuff. That's right. You had dinner with Wes Craven. I remember you telling me about that, Jamie. Had dinner with Wes before you shot Urban Legend. One of the nicest men you could ever meet. Laughed harder that night than I ever have since. He was hilarious. Very nice. I recently shot an interview for the upcoming documentary Mental Health and Horror, and I think I quoted Wes Craven like 3 or 4 times during that interview. So for some reason I had Wes Craven on my mind that day. No, I've never seen Kevin Williamson at a convention. I don't know if he does conventions. Hey, Pancake Heater. That's a funny story, Cliff. That's a funny story. I thought it was going to go another way when you were like, I met her, not at a convention. I thought it was going to go another way. Worst con experience. This was at the same not the same convention that I met Carpenter. It was the same outfit, a different year, but it was so horribly organized, and the staff were completely undertrained or just didn't care. If you asked any staff member anything, the response was always, I don't know. You couldn't even find out which line you got in to buy a ticket. And when I asked one of the staff, their response was literally, I don't know. I asked another staff member something about, well, where is there weren't even maps. They didn't even give you like a little map to where different celebrities were. And it was just totally, it was, the organization was horrible. No AC in the convention center at all. It was packed, jam-packed, no AC, no organization, lines for days that you didn't know where they were going. It was pretty awful. That was the year I was like, I'm never coming back to this convention again. So I'm glad Scream has done well, Danny. I'm glad that Scream has done well. We need more theatrical horror releases. And, you know, I do kind of wish that the industry would take a risk on more non-franchise movies. But then when they do with a movie like, you know, I don't know, Empty Man, for instance, you know, it totally tanks. So I don't know. You know, the franchise horror and the requels, the requels are the new thing. That new Texas Chainsaw is a requel. So, we're going to continue to get horror in theaters, which is good. I do wish that they would, you know, take a risk on some more, original IPs and maybe, you know, less commercial IPs. Like I would have loved to have seen Come True in the theater. That was a great movie, and it would have been so good to see that in the theater. Surround sound, you know, widescreen. That would have been killer. Killer. Do I think conventions are bigger now or back in the 2000s? Well, I mean, definitely back in the 2000s because you can barely have a convention now because of the restrictions. Gina Matthews, producer of UL, arranged that dinner. Jennifer Love Hewitt and screenwriter Sylvia Horta were there too. That had to be a good night, Jamie. You're having dinner with Jennifer Love Hewitt. And Jennifer Love Hewitt on one side of you and Wes Craven on the other. That sounds like a good night to me. Sweet 16. Yes, I've seen that, Nico. I don't remember much about it, though. It's been a long time. You'll have to tell me how it is. I don't think I own that one, actually. Let me see. Yeah, don't believe I own that one. Yeah, actually, maybe I do. I don't know. It's been a long time. I do think once, if we ever get, you know, the restrictions lifted 100%, I think the convention scene will come back with just a, you know, with a vengeance. Once people are over the fear of going out into the public and being around others. Yeah. We desperately need a new Friday the 13th. Jason Blum actually tweeted recently saying that, you know, he's trying to get the Friday the 13th rights. He just can't come to an agreement. So, you know, I mean, according to Larry Zerner, I mean, you know, Cunningham and Miller hate each other so much. I mean, and I don't think either one of them's hurting for money too much either. So, I mean, they could just sit on it until, you know, those rights get passed on to their estate. Oh, you know what? Him Snare, honestly, most of the time at conventions, I mean, horror fan, have you ever been to a convention before, Him Snare? Because, I mean, most horror fans are really respectful and courteous. So, I mean, some of the actresses are probably creeped out by their appearance. I mean, some actresses might be creeped out by my appearance. I don't know. But, once you just, once you start the conversation, you realize, okay, this person's not, they're probably not going to dive across the table and take a bite out of me. What do you think is going to be the next horror franchise to make a comeback? I don't know. I don't know. Good question. What horror franchise would you all like to see make a comeback? Horror fans smell better than anime fans. I've worked for cons. And that's probably true. Although I've been to some really stinky conventions. I was in awe of Wes, and having 4 hours with him to ask questions was a dream for me. I was 26 and had grown up with his movies. It was surreal to be in that casual situation with him. Yeah, I can imagine. But he seemed like a really kind of down-to-earth guy. I think probably a lot of that comes from his upbringing and, his life prior to show business. Will you buy any Friday 4Ks when they eventually release? The first one and the fifth one. I have to see Ethel in glorious 4K. I want Ethel in 4K. That resolution was made for Ethel. Am I ready for the new Terrifier? Is that coming out soon? I know it's been in the works. I want a new My Bloody Valentine trilogy. Well, I mean, the last My Bloody Valentine made a lot of money, so I mean they could do they could reboot it again, maybe. I don't know. Roy K. A third dentist movie with Corbin Burnson. Okay. Toxic Avenger. Toxic Avenger is coming back. Yeah. That's true. Hellraiser. Well, I mean, we're getting the Hellraiser requel. Or I guess that's just more of a straight up reboot, though, right? I mean, I don't know, but I think that's more of just a straight up reboot or reimagining, or although they say it's closer to the novella than even the first movie, so maybe it's a readaptation. I don't know. I can't keep track of all this new, Yeah. Although I do like the sound of a requel. I'm just going to start calling everything a requel. And everything now is also going to be considered elevated horror. I used to hate that terminology, elevated horror. But since I heard it in Scream, now I'm just going to call everything elevated horror. I bet the new Toxic Avenger is going to be elevated horror. I guarantee it. How packed was my Scream screening? Well, I went to an 11:25 matinee, so there were people in there, but not a lot. So, a pretty good turnout, I would think, for an 11:25 matinee, though. What are my expectations for Halloween Ends? I have absolutely no expectations. No expectations. I don't know. I was not a fan of Kills. I hope it's not. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of Halloween 2018 either. But I would prefer Ends to be more Halloween 2018-ish than Halloween Kills. Unless it turns out that the only way to kill Michael Myers, to definitely kill him, is with an iron. Okay? I want the Iron Lady to swoop in at the last minute and just beat the tar out of Michael with that iron. So that it doesn't get any more elevated than that, in my opinion. But I want to see the return of Iron Woman from Halloween Kills. That was the best thing about Halloween Kills, was that 2 milliseconds that we saw her on screen. That was my favorite part. That was literally the part where I just exploded with laughter in the theater. An iron. She brought an iron. The Iron Maiden of Haddonfield. Devil was elevated horror. That's true. Very elevated. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham? How are you doing, man? Not a fan of Halloween 2018, I see. I was not a huge fan of it either. Where would I rank Halloween Kills? I mean, it's down there. It's pretty far down there. Hey, Lord Brian, how are you doing? I hope we get another season of Mindhunter on Netflix or another horror movie like Sinister. Maybe I'm looking forward to The Black Telephone. I think that looks interesting. I like Scott Derrickson, so I forgot about that, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie Blanks is the innovator of iron violence in horror. That's where it started. Maybe that was maybe the Iron Woman in Halloween Kills was an homage to you, Jamie, and the iron killing in Valentine. Yeah, I mean, Phantasm Ravengers, it's not that great, but you know. Hey, what's up, Matt? Anyone heard anything about the Elm Street movies coming to 4K? I mean, you've got to think it's in the works. I mean, there's one of these Blu-ray companies is working on it, or they've put in, they've made inquiries. No, I just don't, nothing to do with the brother sister angle. Yeah, I'm meh about the brother sister angle. I just didn't think Halloween Kills was very good. Well, we will see Halloween movies after it ends. Trust me, it's gonna happen. I think we'll see. I actually think we'll see like a Halloween 3. Um, Maybe not like a reboot or anything like that, but maybe like a movie that takes place in the Halloween 3 universe, because we keep getting. There was the Halloween 3 kids and the first one. There was the Halloween 3 masks and kills. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get some movie that takes place in the Halloween 3 universe. As long as Tom Atkins is in it in some respect, I'm fine with that. But then, give him a couple of years and we'll get more Halloweens. There's no doubt about it. These last 2 Halloween movies have made way too much money. So it's going to happen. Just like Scream 6 is going to happen. Or 6 Cream. Hey, Mike D, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm looking forward to Psycho Cop coming to Blu-ray too. It's long overdue, and that's one of the last. There's still a number of horror movies out there that are still stuck on video, but every year that list gets shorter and shorter. So, Psycho Cop is definitely one of the last ones that I'm passionate about that's coming to Blu-ray now, at least according to Bobby Ray Schaefer. Vinegar Syndrome's not announced anything yet, but Bobby Ray Schaefer kind of let the cat out of the bag on that one. How are you, K. Crow? How are you doing tonight? No, you really don't need to see the first Psycho Cop. You really don't need to see the first Psycho Cop. Psycho Cop Returns is kind of its own thing. I mean, you don't need to see the first Psycho Cop to enjoy Psycho Cop 2 or Psycho Cop Returns. New Exorcist trilogy, I don't know. That's one too. I mean, I don't know. The Exorcist is just such a good movie. And The Exorcist 3 is also, I think, a great movie. But I don't know, yeah, just leave them alone, man. Just leave The Exorcist alone. Make a movie about possession that's not called The Exorcist or involves exorcist characters from The Exorcist. Just make your own possession movie. You know what I mean? What movies am I wanting to see released on Blu-ray? Definitely Fright Night 2 is at the top of that list. I want to see Fright Night 2 on Blu-ray. A really nice Blu-ray presentation. Let's see, what else? Well, The Hitcher was on that list, but now we're getting The Hitcher 4K from Second Sight, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. Evil Laugh, which is a 80s slasher movie it's bad, but I think it's bad in all the right ways. I like it a lot, so that one would be on my list. And gosh, let me see. Is there anything else? The Silent Night, Deadly Night sequels, 3, 4, and 5, I think need to be on Blu-ray. The Prom Night sequels need to be on Blu-ray. I don't know. That's just off the top of my head. The Willies needs a Blu-ray release? Sure. Yeah, bring the Willies out. I mean, Summer Camp Nightmare is one of those movies that a lot of people love. I'm not a huge fan of Summer Camp Nightmare, but yeah, bring it out on Blu-ray. See, what's going to happen with these movies that are stuck on VHS? They're just going to disappear and die. We're going to lose them forever. So they need to, yeah. Hard to Die, yes. Hard to Die needs to be on Blu-ray. I agree. The fact that Scream Factory didn't give us a double Blu-ray release of Hard to Die and Sorority House Massacre 2 is just crying shame. Crying shame. If there was an emergency, which collectible would be the first one you'd grab? Oh, man. Which one do you think Jeremy would choose? And yes, Black Telephone looks amazing. Oh, man, that's such a hard question, Lord Brown. I don't even want to think about in case of emergencies. Don't even want to think about that. Ugh. And I think Jeremy would grab Hemingway. That's what Jeremy would grab. Jeremy would hoist up Hemingway and get the cat out. That's what he would do. He would save Hemingway. I want Nightlife with Ben Cross to come to Blu-ray. And I had no idea Ben Cross passed away. I had no idea he passed away last year. But yeah, I would like to see Nightlife with Ben Cross come to Blu-ray. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that very much. Hey, Piz, just got some great news about that project you know about. We'll fill you in after the stream. Oh, all right. Excellent, Jamie. Excellent. Awesome. It's cold in Canada. You guys got a lot of snow up there, I hear. So. Oh, I was going to show off. I recently got a bunch of new Blu-rays in. That I'm looking forward to checking out. I got 4 Blu-rays from Viavision, part of their imprint label, which they've been releasing some really cool stuff on their new imprint label. But I got Stir of Echoes. I've not seen Stir of Echoes in many, many years, so I'm excited to revisit Stir of Echoes. Let's see. Got quite a few extras on here. Doesn't look like anything's necessarily new. No, actually, yeah. Yep. Actually, there's a new interview with David Koepp. There's a new interview with actress Catherine Erbe. New interview with the production designer. And I think that's it. Also got Let's Scare Jessica to Death. This is another one I've not seen in a long time, but I remember liking a lot. And this one's got some new extras on it, too. Got an audio commentary with the director John Hancock and producer Bill Barlato from 2020. Cool. Something is after Jessica. Something very cold, very wet, and very dead. I got the Possession of Joel Delaney. I've never seen this one. I heard good things about it, though. If you've seen The Possession of Joel Delaney, let me know. This one also, lots of new extras. So yeah, looking forward to checking that out. And I got the new Arrow Blu-ray for Mario Bava's Shock, a.k.a. Beyond the Door 2. This was Mario Bava's last theatrical release. Stars Daria Nicolodi. So I'm interested in checking it out. I've never seen it before. So if you've seen Shock, let me know your thoughts. Oh, and I recently finished up a new hockey mask. Got a new Part 8 hockey mask here. Tried to make this one extra nasty. Extra nasty and toxic. Got some toxic waste there on the bottom. Yeah. Try to get nasty with this one. Yes, I know. Yeah, Stir of Echoes predates. Stir of Echoes was released before The Sixth Sense, but The Sixth Sense got all of the accolades. I remember liking Stir of Echoes more than Sixth Sense, but it's been a while, so I'm looking forward to revisiting it. The mask looks great, thank you. Shock is good. Co-directed by Lamberto Bava. Okay.
Yes, darling, what is it? Mother, this cloth smells of death.
Taco Bella Lugosi. I love that name. I love that name. Hey, Piz. Yep, another snowy night. Take a shot, my man. Thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate that. Very, very kind of you, sir. Or madam. I don't know. You could be a madam. Taco Bella Lugosi. But this one is for you. Taco Bella. Bella Lugosi. Yep, that'll warm you up. That will warm you up. But thank you, Taco Bell Lugosi. Appreciate that. I'm a dude, bro. LOL. Okay, good. Jeremy is in bed. Jeremy goes to bed every night at 8 p.m. sharp. I have seen Titane. I absolutely loved Titane. Great freaking movie. I'm actually messing around with my top 10 of last year, and right now Titane is near the top of the list. But yeah, I loved that movie. If you're fed up with You know, the same old, same old. You want to see something different, unique, Titane. Watch Titane. Yeah, I remember liking Unholy, Joe. It's been a long time since I've seen it though. I think didn't it get a new didn't it get an MVD or not MVD but a didn't it get a new Blu-ray recently? Hey, it ain't no butterflies. How are you? Hope you're doing well. You just saw The Boy Behind the Door, and I thought it was really terrific. I rarely get creeped out by a film, but that one got me at several points. Oh, okay, cool. It's in my list. It's in my watch list on Shudder. I've not gotten around to watching it yet, but I have heard good things about it. Hey, Ev Leopard. Yep, Jeremy sawing logs. Dreaming about Taco Bell. Dreaming about Taco Bell and comic books and movie books. Yeah. Was the new Unholy like a? Surely that wasn't like a reimagining or remake of the old Unholy, right? The Vestron line, yeah, the Vestron Collector Series. I couldn't think of that for some reason. The Vestron Collector Series, yeah. Hopefully we get some more Vestron releases soon. They always do a really good job with their releases, and here lately they've been very affordable, which is always a plus. No, completely different. Good. I haven't seen the new Unholy, so I didn't hear great things about it though. But so let's do something fun. Let's do something fun here, and let's do a ranking of late 90s, early 2000s teen slashers. How does that sound? We've got the new Scream out. Oh no, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. Here we go. All right, there we go. That's what I wanted. All right, so let's make this full screen, or mostly full screen. And let's see, where is my camera? All right, there's me. Let's shrink me down here. All right, let's put me right in the middle, right smack in the middle. All right. Let's rank some 90s and early 2000s horror, shall we? So, let's start with the Scream movies. The Scream movies really, well, Scream really, I mean, if you were around in the 90s, Scream was it was an event. It was an event. So, of course, Scream is got to be, it's a Scream, baby. Gotta be. Scream 2. and I really need to revisit the Scream sequels now. I know in my review of the new Scream, I said that it was my favorite sequel, but I think I need to revisit them. Scream 2, I remember pretty well. Scream 3, I remember pretty well. Scream 4, I saw it in the theater, and I've never wanted to watch it again. So, I don't know. We'll see. With Scream 2, let's put it in okay for now. Scream 3, let's put it in bleeding out. I talked about some of the issues that I think the original Scream 3, the Scream 3 that Kevin Williamson wanted to do, I think could have been really cool. That's the Scream 3 that we should have gotten. Unfortunately, we did not get. So, let's see. Phantoms is going right at the top because, I mean, come on, it's Phantoms. I mean, Ben Affleck was the bomb. We all know that. And you know, Urban Legend, I'm putting Urban Legend right there too, not just because Jamie's in the chat, but because I really like Urban Legend. And I think Urban Legend, with a lot of these 90s horror movies, a lot of them really followed that Scream kind of template. And not just slashers, but just the 90s horror in general. And because of that, they've not aged well. I think Urban Legend has aged really well. I think Urban Legend may have gotten better with age, to be honest. And I would say the same thing for Valentine. I'd say Valentine has gotten better with age. Valentine's almost gotten more relevant with age. So, and not just saying that because Jamie is in the chat. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I think the first one's okay. The one with Jack Black in it as the Rastafarian pothead. Yeah, that one just, time to die. Bride of Chucky, I think it's okay. Bride of Chucky's okay. Disturbing Behavior, I like Disturbing Behavior a lot. Let me think about Disturbing Behavior. Final Destination, I'm going to put it in a cut above the rest. I liked Final Destination a lot. Let's see. What else can we... Halloween H2O. I don't think Halloween H2O's aged very well. Let's put it in okay for right now. Cherry Falls, I think, is a really solid slasher flick. I wish we would have seen the unrated version of it. But it is what it is. I think I'm going to put Cherry Falls in a cut above. I like Cherry Falls a lot. Again, we'll look back over things, but these are tentative for the moment. Halloween Resurrection, Busta Rhymes, of course. I mean, come on. Final Destination 2, I think, is also pretty good. I'm going to put it in a cut above the rest for right now. I was talking about Disturbing Behavior. Let's put it in okay for right now, but I think it could. Let's just go ahead. Okay, we're going to put it in a cut above the rest for right now. That may change, but we'll just leave it there for right now. The Psycho remake, what were they thinking? Wishmasters, okay. Dead Man's Curve, I've seen that. I don't remember a thing about it. The Faculty, I think, is a lot of fun. I'm going to put it in a cut above the rest for right now. The Rage Carry 2, I think, is pretty darn good too. Well, let's put it in okay for right now. That may change. I don't remember a thing about teaching Mrs. Tingle. I saw it once. Don't remember anything about it. Colobos, I don't know what that is. Urban Legend 2, I think is okay. Joyride, I think is... I'm going to put Joyride in a cut above. Jeepers Creepers. Let's ignore it for the moment. Cabin Fever. I like Cabin Fever. Swim Fan. I remember Swim Fan being fun. Freddy vs. Jason. Not a fan. I don't like it. It's going there. Wrong Turn. I think Wrong Turn's okay. And Valentine. I like Valentine a lot. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a cut above. So how are we feeling about the list? I mean, clearly, Scream and Halloween Resurrection, those are staying right where they should be. Let's see, where's the chat at? I can't see the chat. Let me pop out the chat here so I can see it. All right, here we go. Swim Fan was good. Yeah, I remember Swim Fan being pretty fun. I agree. Yes. I agree with you about Joyride, for sure. I feel about the same way. I liked Jeepers Creepers when I first saw it. That was before I knew about the director's issues. Yeah, I don't know. I've not watched it in a very long time. Ginger Snaps is not on the list, man. Faculty is a Scream for you. Final Destination 2 as yes. Listen. Whenever I'm out somewhere and I get behind a logging truck, and there's lots of logging trucks in Kentucky, I either try to get around it and leave it behind, or I back off of it. And that is because of that opening sequence in Final Destination 2. Cry Wolf is not in Cry Wolf was not included. I would put Cry Wolf at... I'd give it an okay. I remember liking Cry Wolf. I'd need to revisit it, but yeah. Yeah, Candyman for some reason is not on this list. Well, it's for quote unquote teen horror. And I guess Candyman's not considered teen horror. So, all right, if I'm going to be, let's be really honest here. Halloween Resurrection, it's time to die for Halloween Resurrection. I legitimately like Phantoms. I'm not going to lie. I legitimately like Phantoms. I'll put it in okay for right now. Let's look at, actually, you know what? Let's put Final Destination in It's a Scream. I'm good with Final Destination being in It's a Scream. Cherry Falls, Final Destination 2, Disturbing Behavior. I think I'm good. I think I'm good with this list, actually. I think I'm good with this list. And what is Colobos, by the way? I feel like I should know what that movie is, or that maybe I've seen that. I don't know. But there we go. Late 90s, early 2000s, teen slashers and horror movies. I feel pretty good about that list. I feel pretty good about that list. So there we go. Put Scream 2 up to It's a Scream Baby. It's no, it's not on the same level as the first Scream. I just don't like Freddy versus Jason. Just don't like it. I don't like the treatment of Jason in it. But then on top of that, I just don't. It's just not good. I don't like the characters. I don't like the acting. I don't like anything about it, really. So, yeah. Is Colobos that vamp? No, that's you're thinking of Kronos. Kronos. Actually, let's look it up here. What is it? Colobos. Came out in 1999. Cameras record the violent deaths of several unsuspecting actors on the terrifying set of an experimental film. Yeah, I have no idea. $500,000 budget. Linnea Quigley's in it. That's a deep dive. That's a pretty deep dive. There's some other 90s slashers that probably should have been on that list in place of Colobos. I remember liking a movie called Lover's Lane, and I remember liking a slasher called Frightmare. Not the Australian Frightmare, but it's a 90s slasher. How many Freddy versus Jason masks have I made? I think only 2, because honestly, I don't get asked to do Freddy versus Jason masks. And when I do, I usually just say, like, I don't like I don't like making them. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't get asked to make Freddy versus Jason masks a lot. Yeah, I've always liked The Faculty. I think The Faculty is a really fun movie. Dracula 2000. I like Dracula 2000. It was interesting when I did the Bloodstream with Patrick Lussier, how he talked about how the Weinsteins slowly chipped away his vision for the movie and replaced it with their vision of the movie. It was it just sounded so calculated, and you know what I mean? Like it happened slowly over the course of time, where pretty soon it was entirely the Weinstein's vision of the movie, and his vision just, yeah. So, those Weinsteins. I rented The Faculty in 99 and really liked it. Thought it'd be pretty stupid, but pretty fun. Yeah. Now, Cocoant, you said in the comment section of my Scream review that you were in the same theater with me? Were you pulling my leg or were you serious? Oh yeah, Danny. Yeah, I forget what that guy's name is. Yeah, he was Jason at the very end, I believe, who comes up out of the water holding Freddy's head. I can't think of his name. Idle Hands, yeah. Idle Hands is fun. Yeah. How would you rank the main four slashers? Jason, Michael, Leatherface, and Freddy. I would put Jason number 1, Michael number 2, and this is going to upset some people. Leatherface, then Freddy. That's how I'd rank them. No, you were kidding. Okay. See, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I run into people all the time, out in public, or like I'll get messages from people saying like, "Hey, I saw you at this convention," or "I saw you, here or there, but I didn't say hi." So, not Ken Kersinger. Gosh, I forget the guy's name. Big tall guy. Younger guy, as I recall. I was actually just talking about Urban Legend Final Cut, Mike. I like it. I like it. I think it's a fun movie. I've not seen Urban Legend. What's the last one? What was that one called? Bloody Mary? I've not watched that one yet. I should get around to watching that one, but all right, I'm looking this guy up because I can't believe I've forgotten his name. Well, crap, it's not showing his name here. I don't know. I can't think of it. Not a big... Doug Tate. Yes, Doug Tate. That's it. Thank you, Drum Smash. Yes. Doug Tate. Yes. Yeah, Don Shanks was in... Don Shanks was also in Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original. He was the dad who'd climbed up in the window, and the cops bust into the house. He's dressed up as Santa. That's Don Shanks. Oh, thank you, Bookie. I do not have a letterbox. I've had I don't know how many people recommend that I should get a letterbox. I don't know. I've already got so much social media going on. I don't know if I've got time for another. So what are some horror movies coming out this year that y'all are looking forward to? Hey, Blue Cop Bear. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Caniac. The new TCM. The Black Phone. Oh, that's right. There's a new Jeepers Creepers coming out. No, I don't know. I don't know. Have I seen The Baby from 1973? No, don't believe so. Favorite Hitchcock? I guess I'd have to go with Psycho. Rear Window's good. South by South. Just about everything Hitchcock did was good. Oh, the Meg 2, that's right. Yeah, the new Meg movie is gonna happen. Yeah. I liked the first Meg. That was fun. Terrifier 2 next month. Okay. Oh, Salem's Lot. That's right. They're doing a new Salem's Lot. All right, Sean Sr., take care, man. Thanks for hanging out. X does look good. Yep, I'm excited for X. Anything Ty West does, I'm excited for. And I'm glad he's kind of, he's with the A24 folks. Hopefully this is the beginning of a nice relationship with them. Morbius. I don't know if I have much hopes for Morbius. I'll watch it. I've wanted a Morbius movie for a long time. I just don't know if this will be it. Scream 5, Chainsaw, The Black Phone, Halloween Ends. Huh? That's funny, soccer stars. Chucky Season 2, okay. Yes, there will be more Halloween movies after Halloween Ends. There's no doubt about it. Is The Eye any good with Jessica Alba? I only saw it one time. I don't remember liking it or not. Watch the Asian movie. That one's good. Mutilator 2, that's right. Yeah, the Mutilator 2 is coming soon. I'm excited for that. I'm happy that that's finally going to happen. Orphan 2, that's right. Orphan 2 is happening. Although I was like, how is that going to, I don't know. We'll see how that works out. A24 has been killing it the past few years. Yes, they have. Yeah. They've released a lot of really good stuff. I saw Red Rocket with Simon Rex, which is an A24 film, and liked it a lot too. Burning remake? Nah. The Burning doesn't need a remake. I need to watch, what's it called? Lamb. The A24 film Lamb. I need to watch that. My Little Eye. I don't know if I've ever heard of that one. Oh, that's right. The new Evil Dead. Is that new Evil Dead supposed to come out this year? For sure? My Little Eye. Let me look that one up. 2002. Oh, I've seen this artwork a lot. I don't know if I've seen the film though. Sounds interesting. Oh, we've got a young Bradley Cooper in the cast. Interesting. Is it available to watch anywhere? Is it on Shudder or any service like that? Speaking of non-horror stuff, I did watch season 4 of Cobra Kai. I liked it a lot. Any Cobra Kai fans out there? Oh, what's that new movie from the guy who directed Kelly? Robert Kelly? The guy that did The Witch and The Lighthouse. That looks pretty interesting. Forget what it's called. My Little Eye is really creepy. Okay, cool. I'll add it to my list. At one point I heard they were trying to do some kind of Near Dark remake or something like that. I think it just didn't happen. I like Midnight Meat Train, Robert Long. I was surprised by how much I liked Midnight Meat Train. I've got at least one Cobra Kai fan. The Northman, yes. Megavania fan, yeah. That looked good. Tom Savini doing a remake of Nightmare City? Really? That can't be. That can't be. Nightmare City is Nightmare City is a pretty awesome movie. If y'all haven't seen Nightmare City, that's a good flick. All right, we got some more Cobra Kai fans. Okay, cool. I liked season 4. I've liked all the seasons, really. I'm just wondering how much longer. I don't want to see Cobra Kai go the same route as like like Stranger Things, Clive Barker did write Midnight Meat Train. You are correct. Hey, Anthony, what's up? They should do a sequel to Elf, but make it horror. It's funny. Nightmare City is so much fun. I think it's been uploaded in its entirety on YouTube, uncut. So if you've not seen Nightmare City, you should. Really fun movie. You mean The Forsaken, Robert? Some of my favorite John Carpenter soundtracks. That's a good question. I think Prince of Darkness is really good. Prince of Darkness doesn't seem to get a lot of love, but Prince of Darkness I think is really good. Am I a fan of films based on actual serial killers? Some of them, yeah. Some of them. When I did my Bloodstream with William Lustig, we talked about a Prowler 4K. The problem with that is he doesn't have the original elements to the Prowler. And the original elements are kind of lost. So without the original, like the negative or an interpositive, there's no need to do a 4K. So that's why there's only a standard Blu-ray of the Prowler. The Fog, yep, The Fog is also a great soundtrack. The Fog is a great, great soundtrack. As we get a 4K of Nightmare City, we'll be able to see the clay clearly hanging off their faces. Yes, we would. We'd get to see that clay clear as day. Oh, goodness. But yes, Nightmare City, such a fun movie. Holy crap. My Little Eye, I'm adding that to my list right now. Need to watch that. Let's see, we have got 81 likes on the stream on YouTube. Thank you all. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. I would appreciate that. Maybe The Burning in 4K. I mean, I love that film. And if they did do a 4K of it, I would probably have to buy it. Do I consider found footage movies to be true crime? No. No, they're not true crime. I do like Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows. Yes, I do. That movie's grown on me a lot over the years. I saw it when it first came out in theaters, and I hated it. But it's grown on me a lot over the years. I would watch a prequel to Caveat. Oh, I loved Caveat, man. If you haven't seen Caveat and you've got Shudder, definitely watch Caveat. It's just so strange and creepy and funny all at the same time. Great freaking movie. It's definitely in my top 10 of last year. No doubt about it. Oh, God. The Greasy Strangler in 4K. No. Oh. What do I think is the future for Nightmare on Elm Street? And do you think Robert Englund could play Freddy one more time? He seems like he's in good shape and health, and he's dressed up for conventions. I don't know what the future is for that series. It kind of seems, why haven't they, especially since, Halloween's been such a big success, why haven't we heard anything about a new Nightmare on Elm Street? I wonder if something's happening there. Same thing with like the Blu-ray set. Like, is there something happening behind the scenes that is keeping those things from happening, or, you know, I don't know. It just seems, I mean, because, you know, like I was saying earlier, some Blu-ray company has made inquiries about doing a Nightmare on Elm Street box set. There's no doubt about it. But what has stopped them from making that happen up to this point? And with Halloween 2018 being such a huge hit, you know, we know why we didn't get a new Friday the 13th, but why not a new Nightmare? You know, I would hate it if they bring Robert Englund back. I wonder if they'd only bring him back to do the voice, and like somebody else would be Freddy. Like, but I don't know. That would be a really bad idea, I think. That'd be a really bad idea. Or if they did something like make a CGI Freddy with Robert Englund's voice, that would just be, I can't, nobody would go for that. Nobody would go for that. That's right, little Liam. Yeah, Dario Argento's Phenomena is coming out with the 4K. That is true. Do I think Blumhouse would make a good Friday the 13th movie? It depends on who is writing it and who is directing it. Kevin Bacon would be a good Freddy, but see, if they're gonna do like a reboot, they're gonna get somebody young to play Freddy so that same actor can be Freddy in the sequels. So I mean, I would. It seemed like a no-brainer to get Skarsgård, who was Pennywise, to be Freddy. Like I think he could do a good job. You know, the It movies are Warner Brothers. The Nightmare on Elm Street movies are Warner Brothers. You know, he's a young guy. You know, you could make a lot of Nightmare movies with him as Freddy. The thing with Kevin Bacon is, you know, maybe you get one, maybe you get two. You know, I see them wanting to go young. I heard that, Michael. Yeah, Rooney Mara said she almost quit acting after the Nightmare remake. Yep. I like Rooney Mara. I think Rooney Mara was the best thing about that Nightmare remake, honestly. I mean, that movie just had a lot of issues. I read the script for that one years and years ago. The same guy who wrote the Cape Fear remake had wrote that one. And it was, I don't remember it being like, you know, blow you away great, but it was so much better than what we got. Like the whole thing about it was, you don't know if, did Freddy really assault those kids or did they just make it up? And that led to him getting burned alive. So is Freddy, you know, that definitely adds something to it that would have been really interesting. And that was all over that original script. And in the movie that was released, it's like 2 seconds. So Matthew Lillard is Freddy. I He'd probably do a good job. Freddie Prinze Jr. is Freddy. Oh, that's right. Dario Argento's got a new movie coming out. Black Glasses. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's look that up. Let's see what's going on with that one. Says it's in post-production. Stars Asia Argento. Diana, a young woman who lost her sight, finds a guide in a Chinese boy named Chin. Together they will track down a dangerous killer through the darkness of Italy. Okay. Co-written by Franco Ferrini, who we were just talking about Phenomena. He also wrote Phenomena. So I don't know. I hope it's good. I really do hope it's good. I really, really do hope it's good. We need a good Argento movie. So I'm hoping for the best. I would love for Argento to come back and be like, y'all wrote me off, but, now I'm back. I would love that. Matthew Lillard better be in Scream 6. Well, there was an Easter egg in Scream 5. I don't know. I mean, according to Kevin Williamson's Scream universe, he survived part 1. The television dropping on his face thing didn't kill him, but I don't know. We'll see. The Red Room, what's up? How are you? I'd like to see Romero's Dead trilogy get released on 4K. Well, we've got Dawn of the Dead on 4K. Eventually, we'll get Day of the Dead on 4K soon, I'm sure. I don't know if a 4K would really help Night of the Living Dead that much. The Criterion Night of the Living Dead was pretty good. That's probably about the best that movie could look. So, who do you think was the best Jason, Lilium? If Patrick Kilpatrick was still young, he could play Freddy Krueger. That's actually, he could. Yeah, you're right on there, I think. Wayne Hutchins, thank you for sending me A PayPal donation. That's very kind of you, sir. Appreciate that. Audio is crisp, sir, and hello. Thank you, Dying Breed. Sleep Stalker. Don't know if I've seen that or not. You've been watching through the Severin Folk Horror box set. Very nice, Red Room. Very nice. Ted White was a good Jason. Brooker was a good Jason. Clint Eastwood would make a scary Freddy. That is for sure. Clint Eastwood would make a freaking scary Freddy. There's no doubt about that. Sorry for the silence there. I was checking something. Clint Eastwood is Freddy. Yes, that would be that'd be interesting. I think James Jude honestly, I think the best thing about the new Halloween series is James Jude Courtney as Jason. I think he's the best thing about those movies. Ah, the first Power, yes. The first Power needs a 4K. I agree. I love the first Power. Love the first Power. It's been nearly 30 movies since the last truly solid Argento film. Yeah, it's Argento's due. I hope Black Glass is good. I really do. My fingers are crossed. Clint Eastwood and Kathy Bates in Motel Hell remake. That would be something. That would certainly be something. That's for sure. Kathy Bates in a Mountaintop Motel Massacre remake. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Holy crap. Yes. Kathy Bates in a Mountaintop Motel Massacre remake. That would be fantastic. Good Lord. Oh, goodness. Well, folks, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there. We've been going for 2 hours and almost 20 minutes. But I want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight on this very cold, very snowy night here in Kentucky. And I know a lot of you out there are also snowed in. So, but yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for spending some time with me and talking movies. And yeah, let me do some shout outs here. Thank you, Spooky Collection 5. I appreciate that. Shout outs here. Shout out to the PlayStation 9 and SV Candyman for tuning in over on Twitch. Appreciate that. Shout outs to Nico for the $10 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Shout out to Bacon Pew Pew for the $2 super chat. Shout out to It's Just a Six fan for the $4.99 super chat. And shout out to Taco Bella Lugosi. God, I love that name. Thank you for the $5 super chats. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for 97 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like on the 98 likes on the stream, excuse me. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would certainly appreciate it. I've got a bunch of new reviews coming out very soon, new Blu-ray reviews. So keep your eyes peeled for those. I've got some new Patreon requested reviews coming out in the very near future as well. Yeah. All right. All right, so thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. Take care. Have a great one. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Oh, the new Jeremy Time video where we go and watch Scream and Jeremy gives his thoughts on the film, that will be out tomorrow. It's available now to my patrons.
Yes, darling. What
So if you're a patron, check it out.
Mother, this cloth smells of death.
Thank you so much, Dirk Jason Hall, for the $5 super chat. Drop a like, and what a great time as always, Piz. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. I will tell Jeremy that you love him. I will certainly do that. Any figure reviews? Let me see. Do I have any figures on the way? I don't think so. I don't have anything on the way right now, but actually, yes, I do. I've actually got a really cool statue on the way that I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of very soon, as a matter of fact. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. All right. Shout outs to, let's see who's still with me here tonight. Jay the Stingray, Chris Roberts, Spooky Collection 13, Drum Smash, Lou Mail, Cocoen, Homie, Noah Jones, K. Crow, Megavania Fan, Aaron Rodriguez, Matt, Rick Rolled, Michael Sullivan, Danny Huckins, Dave Vanderhoff, Joe Reese, Robert Long, Kirk, Dying Breed, Lil Liam, The Trash Stash, The Red Room, Kirk, Justin Murad, Noah Jones. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. It's been fun. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Until then, peace. I did that again.